Good morning, peeps. Well, it's Sunday morning. And why am I in on a Sunday morning? Well, I'll tell you why I'm in on a Sunday morning. Because we've got a lovely family from Carlisle coming to have a look at our wonderful grey L400. They've had one before. When they bought it, it was a little bit ragged. And they thought, well, it might last us a year or two, you know. 10 years later, it's finally come to end of life. So they were so impressed with it, the fact it had lasted them 10 years, even though they bought it when it was pretty ragged when they bought it. They've decided they want an upgrade, and what an upgrade. So that's why I'm in this morning. But, you know, this is the calm before the storm this weekend, because we've got 4 D5s on the way in. We've got 3 coming in a couple of weeks. We've got 1 coming in sort of the end of December. And some of you may be thinking, some of you that follow us may be thinking, why do AMV focus on the Delica? Why not? There's loads of people carriers out there in Japan that we could import. So I just thought I'd do a little, whilst you're having your coffee on a Sunday morning, I thought I'd do a little spiel just to explain why we do the Delica. Of course, for 10 years, we've been doing the L400, as many of you know. This is our 50th. 50? Quite incredible. And, you know, we've moved on to the D5, and we've got a lovely one here. This is one we've been preparing for a customer for a month or 2 now. It's nearly ready. But yeah, why are we focusing on the D5? Well, there's a few key reasons why we focus on the D5, and some of you, when you look at our website, a lot of you will look and think, well, this is AMV do conversions. They can do conversions on these Delicas, which is great. But the thing to always remember is the Delica is an amazing people carrier that has the ability to go off-road, properly off-road. So it's not an on-road 4-wheel drive, it can go off-road, so it's a proper 4-wheel drive. So going back all those years when we started the business, that was the main reason. You know, we're located between the Yorkshire Dales National Park and the Lake District National Park, and there's lots of people in outlying villages that need a little bit of ride height, and they want that 4-wheel drive ability, whether it's taking the kids to school in all weathers, whether it's going to Scotland in winter, skiing or whatever. So the first key point that I want to make is that, yes, we do lots of work to these D5s, as many of you know, but the key reason why we started specialising in them is because they're just such an amazing 4-wheel drive people carrier, first and foremost. But then, of course, they're also hugely adaptable. And the beauty is you can buy one of these D5s in standard form from us, and you can use it as an everyday workhorse. It's reliable, it's spacious. You know, we couldn't wait to Christmas. You want to go and get a Christmas tree? No problem. You know, put the seats down, chuck it in the back, no problem at all. So they're very adaptable. And the key thing is you can buy one of these if you're a family. You can take the children to school for, and you can take them to school right through to the end of secondary school. And, like us, our children, we've got 3 children, 16, 17 and 21. And they're coming to a point now, they're starting to, they've got new pathways. They're looking at, certainly Tilda's looking at buying a house, etc. So at some point, they will move out of house and home. But you've still got your Delica. And the beauty is with the Delica is you can then come back to us and we can change it to a different form of vehicle. So still 4-wheel drive, still really practical, but we can convert it so we can put an elevating roof on. You can go camping, just the 2 of you. And that's the beauty. A Delica is, and this is the key point, a Delica is for life. That's the really key point. A Delica is for life. And that's really what it's all about. You buy a Delica to keep it long term, and that means that it's cost effective. And at A&V, we look after you long term. We supply parts. You can bring it back to us to ensure that it's serviced correctly and MOT'd, etc. So it's a long-term vehicle, which ultimately saves you money. And of course, due to our underbody waxing program, we look after them long term. So have a think. If you're looking for an amazing family vehicle that you can adapt throughout your life, depending on where your adventures take you, then take a look at these D5s. Okay, cheers.